Now if I tell you that these are just a few of the stones I have, you'll realise that I'm a bit of a fanatical collector. I used to have a lot more. I used to have an entire toolbox full of stones, but unfortunately in one of my moves my brother managed to lose it. It included an entire geode in 2 pieces, which was quite amazing. It was huge. But my brother lost the lot. Anyway, enough of such recriminations. This rather fine agate was a present from my sister on one of my birthdays, I believe. It really is quite lovely. I love the way they've done the bubbles and everything. I don't go a bundle on decorated stones. I like them pretty much as they are, but sometimes they do a lovely job of carving them or whatever. A case in point is my lapis lazuli frog. I just love him. That's another present from Elizabeth. Elizabeth gets me amazing presents every birthday and Christmas. She is just incredible at finding exactly the right thing. Now, these are geodes. If I break them open, as was intended, I bought them in a pack and it had instructions on how to break them open. Then there will be crystals inside. But I can't do it. I know there's beauty within them, but they don't feel ready to be broken open, and I respect that, and until they tell me they are ready, they're going to keep their secrets. Now, not everything I know the name of, because some things I found in places where there were no names, like I might find one walking around in the garden or something. Other things, I mean this one for example, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I have ideas, but I'm not sure, because I just found it. However, some I do know. That is more lapis lazuli. Now these are interesting. These are turquoise. As you can see, they're fairly distinctive. Now I have another piece of turquoise somewhere. There it is. Yeah. Those are turquoise. This is a kind of stone called howlite, which is often dyed, as this one has been, to resemble turquoise. Now, I think you can see quite easily that those are completely different stones. But it's amazing how much of this stuff, I have another dyed bit there, how much of that gets sold as turquoise. This wasn't, this was sold as howlite. But you can see how the mistake of, how the trickery arises. Now then, dinosaur bone. I love fossils. I don't know as much about them as my sister does, who is quite an avid collector, but I do love them. This is so beautiful. Part of an ancient dinosaur. And I hope he's enjoying paradise. Rough emerald. I have another piece of this that looks like a foot. It's really cute. But I can't find it at the moment. It's probably packed away somewhere. A lot of stuff hasn't been unpacked from the move. Rhodonite. Now that is a lovely stone. The feel of it is so friendly. It's you just want to hold it all the time. It's beautiful. Power shell. That is so beautiful. I've got little bits of jewellery in that, and they're lovely. I keep knocking bits down, sorry about that. This is jasper. Brecciated jasper to be exact, I think. probably. Anyway, red jasper, definitely. It's very good. Ah, that's red-coated jasper. Yes, I was wrong. Those two are both jasper. Very beautiful. I love them both. Now then, I can never remember if this is one of my two fire agates or if it's carnelian. I think that's agate. I'm not sure. But I know the other fire agate well, but the other one, the second one, is different. That's red tiger's eye. Now this is often heat treated. I personally don't find much difference between heat treated and non-heat treated stones. For example, this citrine is clearly heat treated amethyst, but it's still beautiful and it's still got a lovely feel to it. This is natural amethyst. Amethyst is a great friend of mine. I've had some truly lovely amethysts. Opalite. Now this I got in Cornwall. I'd never actually bought one before. I think I got two in Cornwall, but I'm not sure. But this one is really pretty, isn't it? Ooh. There I go again, throwing things. I love that very much. Then we've got moonstone. Moonstone is one of my favourite stones. I shouldn't really have favourites. I don't have favourite flowers, but I do with stones, because there are some that just call to me. And I have another moonstone here somewhere, which is probably what I knocked down a minute ago. That's it. Yes. See, I've got a gorgeous peach moonstone, this lovely white one, and over here somewhere is a little grey one. Yeah, there we are, grey. They are so beautiful, moonstones, and I always feel there's a connection between moonstones and malachite. Oh, there's another. I think that's one of my first ever moonstones. It may even be the first. But malachite, this little darling, seems to get on terribly well with moonstone, and I always try to keep them fairly close. I've got another malachite here somewhere, but there it is. There we are. Malachite and moonstone. I even wrote a little love poem from malachite to moonstone. Or about the love between them anyway. Those are beautiful. Now here we go with another piece of howlite, dyed to look like turquoise. It's not remotely like turquoise and never will be. This is tiger's eye, the true gold version. If you ever get a piece of this and it doesn't shine on one side or something, put it in water and the refractive difference will make it come out. Incidentally, there are a lot of stones you shouldn't put in water because they dissolve. I would never, for example, put this sulphur in water because there'd be nothing left by the time I got back except some stinky water. Ah, my metals. This is copper. I'm going to take the lid off if I can so you can see it properly. There we go. I very rarely uncover it because it's so delicate, but that is native copper. And that has so much importance to my people and their history. Because they learnt to work that and then they learnt to turn it into bronze, which was much better for various purposes. But every time I look at this, I think of the thousands of years of metalworking that led us to where we are today. And although there are bits I have problems with, a lot I'm very grateful for. There's a geode that is open. I love geodes. Beautiful, isn't it? I should probably stop here and go to a second video because I don't want to end up overrunning the time that YouTube will